So you're saying that you would rather prioritize low-paying job versus high-paying job with golden handcuffs. Yep, I explained that in my previous video. Go and check it out. And you also recommend people to apply offline rather than online? Yep, and in this video, I'm going to explain why that is. Okay, applying offline is not really a term you hear in 2024. No one does it. And in fact, if you were to apply offline the way that I recommend, 50% plus of the time, people are going to say, no, you need to apply online. You need to apply online. You need to apply online. So most people would just, go to 3 or 4 or 5 different places, and then half of them plus would say apply online. And then they would basically turn around, put the tail between their legs, right? And be like, and then they go out of the store and then they never apply offline ever again. That's not how you need to do it. So let me explain how you do it. Well, actually, I've already explained it in how to get a job fast, seriously, in that video. But briefly shared in this video, you have 100 applications every single day in the local vicinity of your home, okay? Hopefully, you have a spot, maybe a mall or 2 that is very close to your home. If you don't, make sure that you have that you live in a place where there's a short route of maybe with a bike or with a cheap bus or something that allows you to get to a place where there are tons of jobs. And it's preferably within 10 to 15 minutes of your house, okay? And what you want to do is you want to apply for 100 jobs every single day for as long as possible, or as long as it takes for you to get 2 or 3 jobs that allow you to get to 60, 70, or 80-hour work weeks. If you get to 60 or 70, you can start your business on the side, great. But in the beginning of your career journey as an entrepreneur, I recommend that you get 80 hours with just 3 jobs, or 2 jobs, or even 1 job if you can, if you're in a country where that is allowed, okay? So this is how you're going to do it. You're going to go out with 10 or 20 applications, and then every single time you're going to tell them, hey, could I make a few copies in the back with you? And it works. Trust me, I've done it tons of times before myself, and also my clients have done that as well. It works. So go in there, and then you, over time, get tons and tons of copies, which allow you to not use ink, not use paper, other than the initial time, right? And you'll get a job fast. And so if you do the 100 applications every single day, trust me, within a few short days, you're going to have 1, 2, and maybe 3 jobs, okay? Having said that, wait, applying offline, you can actually get that within a few days? Bro, I've been applying online for months and I never get a reply. And the most replies are just massive rejections. Exactly, okay? Why is that so? How does that work? Well, first of all, you need to apply offline the way that I do it, okay? The way that I've told you in multiple videos of how to do it. With the smile on my face, with energy, and walking fast between places, and telling them that I'm going to be your best employee, and then follow through with that decision, right? But so if you do it that way, you're going to get hired fast. And the reason why that is because people hate doing paperwork. People hate calling people and trying to invite them to come to an interview, yada, yada, okay? They'd rather someone just shows up. It's kind of like a woman, right? A woman doesn't want to go out and talk to guys on the street to try and get a date. But women want dates, right? And so they're just hoping for one day that someone will come and swoop them off their feet and say, I want to date you. And for that person to be attractive, and for him to have money, and for like all that wonderful stuff that women, daydream about, that hopefully one day someone will do, right? And sometimes for some women that actually works, right? It's the same way for employers. They don't want to write the posting on Indeed or the job portal, right? They don't want to go through these papers and look at all these people that are there and read, like Ahmed's, Mustafa, whatever, all that stuff, Like they can't imagine who all these people are. And so it's just a bunch of paperwork. And all of these are very often, like, it's funny because low paid jobs are the ones that there are most applications for, right? When, this isn't the same when it's high paying jobs. Usually there will be very few that apply for those jobs. which you could turn that around and say, well, then it's better to apply online and only apply for high-paying jobs online. Bro, you're going to get massively rejected there too, right? You can apply for 100 online jobs, right? And I'm talking now applying online for jobs that are high paying. You're going to be massively rejected there as well, right? Just on autopilot because you might not have the qualifications that they're looking for, right? So there's going to be issues there as well. You want to, in this journey, in this part of your career, and I'm talking to you guys that are young, that actually want to build something huge over time, or maybe you guys that are starting from scratch again after being depressed or you know, like all sorts of weird stuff that has happened in your life and you just want, you know, supercharge your career right now. Go for the low-paying jobs because it will put you to work immediately. And those is going to be very difficult to apply for online because of just what I mentioned with the paperwork and people not wanting to go through all of that in order to invite people for interviews. And so at the same time, though, they don't want to entertain you at the workplace when you come in there and give your application. Like, the first thing that's going to come to their minds, very often because it's not the manager that's going to receive you, right? You show up, it's someone at the front desk. That front desk is an employee and doesn't give a rat's ass about you. They don't care about anything or anyone. They just want to get finished with their workday and get the hell out of there, right? That's the person you're talking to when you're giving your application and like, here's my application. It's like, yeah, apply online, okay? Like, read the sign, dude. Like, yeah, we're hiring, but you need to apply online. And then you're like, oh, okay. And you go out of the store. Bro, you just needed to say, oh, okay, cool. Can I talk to the manager, please? The manager hopefully will come if that person is there. And if they're not, okay, you ask for when the manager is there. You want to talk to the manager. Because if you talk to the manager, you're talking to a decision maker and you're also talking to someone who is actually going through the applications and the papers and don't want to do that. They want to be swooped off their feet. They want an employer with the aura around them, right? Which is you with energy. Come in there and say, I'm going to be your best employee ever. Hire me, okay? That's what they want. And they want someone that actually qualifies to do the job and will do a fantastic job, but they don't know that in the beginning, right? So, but what you're going to say is, hey, here's my application. And then they're going to say, well, you need to apply online. It's just the rules the way it is. No problem. I'll apply online right now. Is it okay if I sit over there and apply right now? And then they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. And then you say, by the way, could I actually get an interview right after I apply? Because I know I'm going to be your best employee ever, and then you don't have to go through all the paperwork and all that stuff. And then they're most probably, if you put that with this, you say that with a smile on your face, they're going to say yes. They're going to be like, you know what? Whatever. Okay, sure. I'll come over and, let me know when you finish with your application online. Boom. You do your application online right there and then they give you an interview, and most probably you're going to get the job because you are different. You differentiate yourself from everyone out there, and that is how you win. Always. In every way. That's how I became class president, by the way. In university, which I completely and utterly hated, right? And I shouldn't have gone to university in the first place. But I did become class president. How did I do that? Everyone going up on stage and saying, well, I should be class president because X, Y, and Z, yada, yada. You know what I went and did? I got up there and I started saying, oh, baby, let me be your little teddy bear. And I just sang the Elvis song, and guess who won, right? It was me. You just have to differentiate yourself from your competition, and if you follow the strategy that I've outlined, you will be different, right? It would be cool one day in the future if 100 million people do that, and then that just becomes the norm. Then we'll have new rules of how to differentiate yourself. But for now, this is how it works to go and get a low-paying job, and that's how you overcome the objection of applying online. You don't want to apply online. You want to apply offline, 100 a day, until you've got 3 jobs, and then you keep those 3 jobs. And you keep them while you build your business and replace them one by one as your income increases in your business. This is how it's done, guys. I'm fired up for you to actually crush it out there. And make sure you DM me on Instagram. Tell me about your success stories so I can share them on here. And I'll see you guys in the next one.